air, so it can't be.
But it's got air at the bottom.
Yeah,
it has everywhere.
It has an air intake. There you go.
So if you make soot with the pine, let's see if you picture with the pine, what do you call it again? Starter?
Lightwood.
Lightwood.
Fatwood.
Fatwood, you would put a pile of it in there and do the same thing.
Yeah, we will do that. You got it.
And then pine cones similar.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, this is like a really simple kind of stove. Now, the soot that collects the furthest from the source is going to be the finest, like particle size, and that's going to be the higher quality. So, an idea that I have for an upgrade is to get like a bunch of funnels and do like a accordion like thing. Yeah. So it's like a weird inverted and
Oh, so that the fine soot has several places
to collect, right? So you've got like, and it's all going to be really good quality. Manually being kind of mechanically ground together, they're being mixed. So basically, from here on out with this recipe, we need to keep this thing in motion all day. So that's how I make my iron vinegar solution. Vinegar's nice because it has mordant properties. It can help kind of keep the pigments around longer, keep them more light fast. That's probably efficient. But I'm into having a nice strong Belgian. I find this to be really satisfying. So basically our goal tonight, we're not going to make paint, we're going to make pigments. We're going to get a bunch of pigment together, and then we're going to use this pigment tomorrow to make paint and to make crayons, and to use for other whatever we want. So we're living in a color-rich time because of industrial chemistry, right? And there's obviously some drawbacks to that. And when you start looking at finding color, harvesting colors from the local landscape, some really fun things start to happen. One, we become connected to the geology in a different way, and we realize that every region has its like banner, it has its spectrum, which is really cool to me. So paraffin wax is white. It's made from fossil fuels. That's why I don't like to use it, but it does make a different kind of crayon. It's kind of better for making crayons. This is, unfortunately, a little wasteful. Just gonna scoop. Now, another trick is while it's still liquid, tapping it to let the air bubbles come up. So that can happen. Yeah, there you go. You could paint with this, like encaustic painting is painting with hot wax. So you could actually use this as paint. Okay. We could make more black crayons after this if you want. So what we're going to do is carve off just that little bit. See how much I cut? Just the tip to expose it to get in.
You went at an angle.
Yeah, I went in at an angle and cut the bling off. You can save it. You can do something with that, but we're going to use. Could have, but I want to use it as a tool. Yeah. Dig it out. Okay, so that's, once it's dug out, we're ready to temper the feather. So this is one of the cool little tricks that a lot of people who make feather quill pens don't do. And tempering, so what happens when you temper the feather is we're changing this keratin material from being really flexible and kind of weak into more rigid and strong, right? So basically what it's gonna, we're gonna harden these feathers. And the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna heat treat them with sand. I've got these two little tins of sand, and we're gonna heat this up. It's gonna be like a little hot sandbox. Now, that slicing motion that I've been pointing out is very, very, very important. See how the blade is actually running from base toward tip as I'm pushing forward? If you don't do that, you're probably going to crack the feather. Got my feet steeped pretty firmly in both worlds, and I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to hide from that. That's real. It's authentic for me. I'm not. I don't live in the Stone Age.
Yep.
I'm a student of traditional skills and a student of the landscape. You know, that'll keep me curious and keep me learning, and hopefully keep me honest. But I'm full on participating in the modern world.
Yep.
And that is a decision that I've made. Of course, with balanced out with the bigger picture and the caretaker ethic. We don't have to try to be Stone Age people. We don't need to pretend that we're cooler than we are. You know, do I live in a primitive shelter year-round? No, I don't. I live with electricity at this point in my life. have I lived in primitive shelters? Yeah, I spent a lot of time in primitive shelters. I love making them, and I love living in them and learning the real lessons from making them, which is things that come about from living in them. You know, it's important to be real with ourselves.